I don't want to say that I don't care if this is like on topic or not because it's really true. A lot of times in this thing, like I know, like there's been some perception, like that I like, have a bad attitude or something. You know, what's happening to people like me and stuff. The fact that I had to, but by the way, there's no logical reason. I don't care how much fun people have with this psychoanalysis shit. Like, there's no reason why, like, it was necessary to come to your thing so banged up and to do it this way and kidnapped and everything. I was running from a mental institution. Okay, I mean, anyone who agitates in a classroom or anything, that kid Lawton decided he goes psycho. I just like ran when that happened to me. But it happened because it started because I brought things up in graduate school. I mean, I'm saying when we're living in a situation where people like me or people like that kid are being like, sent to psychiatrists for reading Mein Kampf, and like if you have what they call a strange mix of far right wing, left wing views, you have to go see a psychiatrist and everything. The structural features of our society have been looking like the Soviet Union for a really long time. Okay, but the fact that like we have to do it like this, the fact that I came to you thing so banged up, I mean, people like me getting, I mean, they're calling, same thing with that kid too. They saying we have schizophrenia. They're calling us racist. They're calling us neo Nazis. And the truth of the matter is, like most of the population, and particularly like the young people in the universities, are both of incredibly limited intelligence, and they're not taking anything very seriously, and they're doing this left right politics crap. There's been that Lautner thing did not have to happen. We didn't have to end up doing this way, and there are tons more people like me or like the kid or like anyone who like lives in reality and wants to like make videos or like contribute to something. This psychoanalysis movement and like all its bullshit, I mean, they gotta stop coming after the smart, like, white people who like want to like talk about building our economy and like have a mix of different kinds of books on their shelves. There was no reason why this era had to be filled with people going psycho on shooting sprees or running from mental hospitals, or like the only way to do this is like to kidnap the person. Like there has to come a time when people realize what they're talking about in the universities is basically contributing to the fact that like things are getting worse and worse and worse. Okay, there's no reason why it had to be such a struggle for like the whole way we're doing this is because of the way things are. Then it turns out it's like it's like some kind of like mind bending game where like it turns out the psychoanalysis movement like perceived this was the way to do it. Like and then people who were like political but like maybe they like had a bad temper, they'll harm the movement. That's the same shit that led to what the Soviet Union being what it was. Like positions of authority matched with incredible stupidity and like a book about politics. I mean, I really would like to see that this not happen to people. That people in the universities and the graduate schools can like ask serious questions. The professors themselves are up to date on what's happening. They're not just burnouts from the baby boom. I mean, the whole time, like when I think about it, like, geez, I know it seems like I have a bad attitude and a thing. Well, I watch a lot of suicides of political people in that place I was in. This Lautner thing really bothered me for a long time. I mean, I myself got wrecked on the way into your thing for no reason. I liked our game, but I mean, what happened before that? I'm on my way to California. It's all unnecessary. But I'm saying, like, there's no reason why the people who have high IQs and live in reality, like, have to run from, like, this psychoanalysis movement and then find out, like, part of it is, like, they perceive that this is how to do this or whatever. I mean, I just don't. I think we're living in a country where hatred has reached the point where like nobody really like. I think we could have done this differently. I think that kid Lautner could not have ended up in a mental hospital and killing someone. I mean, like, this is the worst situation the country's been in, but the reason there aren't more people, like, speaking on campuses, the reason there aren't more people making videos right now, like me and stuff, is because they're all institutionalized. They're being studied and medicated. That's really the truth about, like, what's happening. It's exactly what happened to the Soviet Union. Like, political awareness matched with strength, matched with just stupidity about how to do anything. I mean, this is like, I like just getting the message out because my life was over anyway, so I like that I can help. But I mean, there's no reason that everything had to go down like this. I don't think there's any reason for it. And like, that doesn't bode well that like the universities, they're not going to change. anytime soon. This is they gonna do their thing, and then maybe they follow social media and get a kick out of our thing or something. I still think about that kid Lauder all the time. He's rotting in a mental institution. It sounds like he was the only intelligent person in that math class. And this stuff about non-Euclidean geometry turned out to be true. That there's something we don't know about things that line up, and things that are non-linear or synchronistic. But like, this can't go on anymore. That this is what happens to people who like want to like be politically awake and want to like help the country. That they gotta fight against a tide of like stupid people and psychoanalysts and like universities that want them called by security officers for having a copy of Mein Kampf on their shelf. Like, I really wish that like things were different. But the thing is, I'm not particularly optimistic based on how like things are in like the mainstream. It doesn't look very good.